Good morning guys, Sean here from MotoringBox, and we're out in the BA Falcon XR6 Turbo today testing out our new Venom exhaust system. Now I won't waffle on about this too much, but if you want more details about it, do click up here in the corner because I have a full installation video and a full guide and a rundown on what that system is looking like and how it's designed and everything like that. I do have the car mic'd up with a couple of GoPros and things like that to try and give you guys the best audio experience I can, but nothing really compares to reality, so you'll have to make your own judgments. Let's get the car started up and see how it sounds. So straight away, much deeper idle. Say as well guys, this is a twin muffler system and it's already fairly loud. You know, it's already at the limit where you wouldn't want to leave your house too early in the morning, otherwise you'd piss off all your neighbors. This is already, I think, as I mentioned, on that limit. Let old mate through. Tell you what, first impressions, really good. It's given this car a bit of bark. I think it needed that because it was just way too quiet before. I feel guilty, I might be waking up a couple of people this morning. But that's really a rite of passage, I think, in Australia. You wake up to the sound of the kookaburras and the barra-turbos. Car is not happy tune-wise, judging by the sound of that. So we'll have to go easy on the boost. If you've been following the videos, it does have a new front mount intercooler, has a new exhaust. It's not going to be happy. It wasn't happy before, it's definitely not happy now. So unfortunately, not much boosting going to happen in this video, I think. But I have some surprises in store for you in the future in that regard. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you're not already. And you can come along for the ride because it should be a pretty wild one, I think. Yes, initial impressions, quite good. I do have some bits of rattly trim in the interior here, which the exhaust is kind of exacerbating a little bit. But we can fix that up, it's not the end of the world. So first impressions, love the sound of it. I think it's just the right level of loud that you want. It's not going to piss off your neighbours, as I mentioned, too much. Cruising along at 60 in fourth gear at 2000 RPM, it's fairly subdued. So you can still drive this thing fairly sedately and you're not going to attract too much attention. When I did hit sort of around 3,000 or 4,000 RPM on boost before, just before it started cutting out, it does have a lot of bark to it. It sounds pretty amazing actually. This car does of course have a new PWR 55mm radiator. Temperatures so far, perfect. Checked before, couldn't see any coolant leaks. This is the first big drive or proper drive I've had since I've installed all those parts. At the moment I do have the smell of that new exhaust burning in. I do love that smell. It's yeah, not really anything else like it. So as I mentioned, do check out the installation video if you want to see more about it. But in summary, it is a 4-inch dump pipe into a 4-inch cat converter into a twin 2.5-inch system. twin muffler, as I mentioned, with the twin 3-inch tips. I think it looks the business, and for the sound I was looking for, it's fitting the bill perfectly. Straight into the morning sun. Gee, that is horrendous. Alright, well, seeing as you can't see anything out the windscreen at the moment, I will say another thing. With that new 4-inch dump, and I guess the whole new exhaust system, I can actually hear the turbo spooling a little bit louder. So this car does also have an under headlight intake, which is a stock Ford factory part. That helped to increase the induction noise, and I think the exhaust is helping with that too. I don't know if it's the sound coming out the end of the pipe or whether you can hear it through the walls of the dump pipe, because the dump pipe is definitely a lot thinner than the factory cast steel item. So that might be helping a little bit with the sound. I don't know, I'm just speculating here, but I think it's a very nice sounding unit. So unfortunately we can't boost this engine up, but I can still take it up into the higher RPMs just with not a lot of throttle to make sure the boost stays well and truly off. So I'll let you have a bit of a listen to it. Yeah, it's going to sound pretty amazing, I think, once this thing's tuned properly. I'm really excited. I've never actually taken a car to get it tuned before. I used to own a Nissan R34 Skyline, which I threw an exhaust on that as well. I threw an intake on it. And then I kind of just left it alone and it never ran right, and then I just sold it, and I've always kicked to myself. Anyway, have a listen to this. Sorry, Mr. Safety Sign. A little bit carried away there. So if you want to know more about this exhaust, do contact George at Venom Exhaust Works. He's not affiliated with this video at all. I simply bought this exhaust system because I love the design, how it looked. I love the fact that it's Australian made. I also love the fact that it is mild steel. I wasn't after a stainless exhaust. I do feel that mild steel ones sound better, personal opinion. So that is why I went for this system. And I'm not disappointed. So thank you very much for watching, guys. As I mentioned, make sure you're subscribed. We have a bit more of a journey to go on with this car, and of course at the very end we'll get it tuned, and then we'll be able to take it to some track days, enjoy it. And yeah, I'd love to have your support and have you along for the ride. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.